guys, so now we're outside, and I think my last video, my whole garden was looking like a total train wreck. The spice rack is not too bad. The colors are quite bright and vibrant. A little beat up from the summer. Yes, the weather here where I live is harsh. It's hot, it's humid, and lots of rain. So you just have to just work with what you have. Try to come out, inspect them, and learn from them, you know, and work with what you have, the plant material that you have based on where, you know, you're from. So this pot is looking a little tired. I'm just hoping for the best with the temperature, that it, you know, it cools down. And like I said, I mean, it's up to you. If you have your succulents in a pot, go right ahead and move them out of the rain. You can put them under an umbrella, which I have done with some of those pots there. These arrangements, I really do need to redo them. So I'm really hoping for cooler temperatures and less rain. But you can see the colors are coming out. You can see a little hint of purple, and the colorations are just coming out because of the cooler time. This Portulacara is doing okay as well. A little pot here under my toucan is not, it's hanging in there. It's hanging in there, guys. What can I say? Likewise for that pot. I mean, if you like this look where it's leggy and stemmy and it's not compact, then leave it be, let it ride. But I'm not a fan of this. I'm just, like I said, waiting for cooler temperatures. So there they are, guys. Even this, I remember in the summer, this Echeveria had more of a gray look. Now that the temperature is cooling down, you can see it has more of a blue, hint of purple, and the colder it gets, it's gonna give me more little hint of purple, pink to it. It's a stunner. I really do need to redo this pot. This pot is beautiful. Testimony to microclimate. I had these on this side, over on this side here, and this pot was on this side, and it did so much better because it was in more intense sun. I think this direction is more northerly, and it got more heat, more sun, and because they're in the pots, and this pot here has really great drainage based on the texture of the material, and they were just happy over there. And I said, let me just, because of the microclimate, I said, let me just move them over this side, and hopefully these that are really low and small will grow at a more rapid pace. And I hope these will still grow and be happy. But it's a stunner. Because the temperature has cooled too, and has really stressed, and is showing its true beauty. I love it. Look at this Echeveria. Very happy. I'm hoping that it's gonna give me some pups under there. Look at this sedum. Now, the more stressed this sedum is, and the more sun and the cooler the temperature, it's gonna get even more lighter in color with a hint of pink. You can tell those that don't get much sun are a little bit more greener. But I do love this sedum. It does a trailing effect, and it's very easy to propagate. Just pick off these and just toss them in, and it will just spread. I did make an order from Mountain Crest. Yes, Mountain Crest. And I'm waiting for it to come, and I'm gonna refill this pot, which is, you can see, there's lots of dirt and it's gaping. It really needs to just be refilled. Now, it's subjective to you. You can, you know, take out all of these and recut and reset, because this is adequate plant material, but I don't want to, I'm lazy, I don't want to do all of that. I just want to pluck in. Please ignore these weeds. I am going to be working on them when I do have the time. I did redo my clusters, as you can see, there they are, to kind of compact them a little bit more. It's much more cooler, a lot more wind, and succulents do like that, you know, the aeration and the wind blowing in between them. keeps the pests away. So far so good. Like I said, a little leggy, do need to get into them. This beauty here is gorgeous. I know when it blooms it gives a red flower, which is gorgeous. This Aloe Dorothea, you can see it's stressing. Also another sign that it is getting cooler. Love this color. Can't wait for it to get like that deep, bright red burgundy look. And to stress it even more, you can cut off the roots and, you know, beheaded, cut it off if you so desire. But because I'm still having rain, I'm not doing so because I don't want rot. But other than that, it's looking good. Look at this agavoides. Oh my gosh. This agavoides, this type, has, and I'm not sure the actual name of it, but I know it's an agavoides, Echeveria agavoides, and it's doing so well in my garden. And now that it's getting colder, look at the true color. Gorgeousness. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Ghost plants really need to cut down. Spiders are your best friend. I don't know if you can see that little one there. Yes, if you're not too happy with the webs, go ahead and take them off, but don't hurt the spiders because they're our friends in the garden and they take and eat all the pests, which is good. Here's another Aloe Dorothea that I have. I did cut it, let it callus, and I just stuck it on top of the rocks. Now where I am, it rains a lot, and if you're in a climate that rains a lot, yes, you do need a very well-drained soil. You can add these rocks and pebbles to it. You can mound, have that little slope so the water runs off, and that's a good way to help your plants if you don't have them in a pot. Look at my Victoria Rugine agave, looking good. Here's another Echeveria agavoides lipstick, which is doing a little bit better in this terracotta pot, which is really good because terracotta pot dries out quickly with the soil. Succulents do need with my weather. Another stand of my Cameronias. I'm just so in love with this plant, but they're susceptible to aloe mites, so you have to be very conscious and aware and keep on your aloes, okay, because it can spread. All right, here is my stunner. She's so beautiful, that my Keisha Khan agave, and I just wanted to see her more, so I uprooted out her at the front. And she has grown because when I got her, she was much smaller, and this is not gonna get too big. This is a really small, manageable agave. Oh my gosh, the thorns though are really sharp, so you have to be careful. And she's actually giving me a pup, guys. Let's see if I can find that pup. I think it's on this side. Look, there it is. I'm so happy. She's a proud mom, and I'm gonna cherish her because I really love her. You can see how healthy she is. Another Dorothea, which I love. Here's another Echeveria agavoides doing pretty well. These Echeverias are doing, and I love this aloe. Look at it, gorgeous. My Pilus solosis are doing well, and forgive me guys, everyone pronounces these scientific names differently and with your accents, and to each his own. So bear with me, I'm not perfect. This Echeveria is just stunning. It's just a showpiece against the blue of my blue cactus. Another succulent arrangement I really do need to rework. This trailing jade, it hasn't done me any justice yet. It will stress and give me this beautiful purple, gorgeous stress color. You can see, I saw, oops, there's a lizard there, but you can see there's a new baby growing there right under the cutting. Yep, I love that. I had moved this jade over here. I tried to bonsai it. I'm learning. Need some tip, guys. If you have any tips for me, please let me know. But I do have some ghosties and an echeveria in there, which seems to be happy. Look at that color. I love this Portulacara variegated. It seems to be so happy. These sedums, when they're stressed, if the soil dries out more and I guess cooler temperature and more sun, it will get really, really red. Beautiful. Take a look at my orchid, guys. She's looking so beautiful. I love this pot. I just love the color. So these are sempervivums. I made an order from Mountain Crest and I'm waiting for it to come, and I'm planning on putting them in here because they do like to be in a rocky environment and lots of sun. It does like bright sun. I know here gets partial sun in the morning and then little to no sun in the afternoon, but we'll see. But that's my plan. This is a kiwi that I picked up at the nursery and I just tossed it in there, and I'm praying that it does well because I am loving aeoniums. Look at this color. Gorgeous. When it's in bright sunlight, it turns yellow. Really stressed, beautiful colors. Look at the offspring. It tends to keep its pups closer to it. Some sempervivums have them on a runner, but I'll show you them when I get them. This Voratail is looking fabulous. I actually had to do a client arrangement and I had cut the end tips, but look at the size of these. Oh my gosh, it's just bursting with water. Check that out, guys. And I just tossed them back in. Before we go, let's take a look at the pots that I have under the umbrella. I'm protecting from the excessive rain. New addition. My pothead. Isn't she gorgeous, guys? And I did some cutting, so I think they're setting. They're rooting because they feel like they're stuck in there. But I did use some echeverias and sedums in there, and I keep this in the bright sun. Look at my aeoniums. They're waking up. It's fall and it's a winter grower, so normally for summertime this is tightly compact. Now you can see they're opening up, they're waking up, and they're happy. This is the perfect time to kind of water it. Make sure you have gritty soil, great drainage, and definitely the holes under here is so important. I think this is, I get a bit confused, and if you know what it is, let me know please. But I believe this is Aeonium Mardi Gras or Silk. In really colder climate, it will get this burgundy color will almost look black. But isn't it stunning? Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite. This Superbum is doing pretty good, guys. I love it. I've been nurturing it, trying to keep the color. It does get a lot of sunlight under here as well. Guess what? Look at that. You can see that little root there at the end, and it's gonna give me another plant. Just have to keep it in the shade and keep it, you know, a little bit under there for some protection. My moonstone, yes, it's looking good. I have more trailing, yeah guys, so I have more trailing jade, which is looking good. And this is actually a variegated one back here. It was much bigger and I kind of lost some of it, so I am taking my time with this one here just to make sure it's a-okay. Here in this Talavera pot, you can see my colony of cactuses. Yes, there are Haworthias in there. You should see this when the sun is setting. It gives you like a halo, a glow. It's just a stunner. Here is also another pot of aeoniums that I got from my son. He had shipped them, so that's why I'm just waiting for this with time. This is with shipping, so you know, I got damaged. Aeonium's leaves are so sensitive. This is an Herbacum, one of my favorite aeonium, treasuring it. And this is the Aeonium Kiwi, which I so love too. I showed you one not too long ago, which is a little bit more stressed. So I can't wait for this, you know, for them to acclimatize and do well. Here are some aloes and mammaliarum that I have. Isn't she a stunner? Oh my gosh. Love these aloes. I love them so much. Look how stressed it is. Look at the color. Oh, I can't wait till this one gets big. They're just gorgeous. Oh, this one I'm trying to save. I think this is an aloe nobilis, but you can see here I had beheaded it. It was rotting, and I tried to nurture it and nurse it, and I'm keeping it out of the excessive rain. Look at this trigona, Euphorbia trigona. Isn't she lovely? Do it. Look at this, new leaves coming out. Euphorbias, you have to be careful, especially if you cut them. It has this white sap, which you want to keep away from your eyes and off your skin. So I just love her. Beautiful. I love it. Look at my gorgeous Echeveria Lola. Stunning. Look at the color. A hue. It's slightly stressed. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Again, love some water, but not too much. You know, you can see the leaves are really fat. She's happy right now, and I try to keep her as happy as I can be. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. I know this video was lengthy, but I hope you've learned a lot. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Write it in the comments field. If you have any corrections for me, I'd be happy to take it. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Thanks again, guys, for making it Little Cacti Oasis. Have a great one. See you next time.